Time for Political Buzz, your rapid-fire look at the best political topics of the day. 3 questions, 30 seconds on the clock. And playing today, CNN contributor Maria Cardona, CNN contributor Will Kane, and Sirius XM political host Pete Dominic. All right, before we dive into last night's debate, let's take a listen to Letterman, shall we? And his take on the seating chart.
They will say, well, all right, here's a composite of polls. Here's our leader. Here's our second. And that's how they arrange the people on the stage for the debate. It's fascinating. Take a look at this.
Participants in tonight's Republican debate at Dartmouth will be seated according to their poll numbers. So based on his recent momentum, Herman Cain will be seated at the center of the table with Mitt Romney. Second-tier candidates like Newt Gingrich and Ron Paul will be placed to the side of the table. And Rick Santorum will debate from the parking lot.
Yeah, I think Barry has a lot of questions answered about his record in past.
Nice ad for FedEx, too. All right, now the reviews for Perry have not been that strong from last night. So question to you guys, where will Perry be sitting at the CNN debate next Tuesday? Will?
I think about where he was last night, just off the center. I don't think last night was much of a game changer for him. He wasn't strong, that's for sure, but he also didn't fall on his face. You know, in fact, it looked like he didn't even care that he was there. I saw somebody tweet last night that Perry was saying, who cares for this fancy pants debate? And I got $15 million in a war chest. Get ready for some negative ads, Mitt. I think that the polls will reflect exactly where he started yesterday. He'll be there again tomorrow.
Maria?
I think that it was a bad night for Rick Perry. Of anyone, he really needed a game changer. Now, whether this does change anything, we'll see. But I think what it does do is it solidifies in people's minds that this is just not somebody ready for prime time. He did not, first of all, he wasn't even part of the conversation. This was clearly the Romney-Cain show. And when he did speak, it was like he was a deer caught in the headlights, or like the new kid in school who walked into the wrong classroom. So those are not good perceptions to have for somebody who is looking to win the nomination.
Pete?
I think Rick Perry is going to be sitting right back in Austin before you know it. I have to find out from Will, who's a Texas conservative, how Rick Perry has never not lost. He's never lost an election. It doesn't say much for Texas Democrats. Maybe his tie was too tight. Maybe he saw something shiny in the audience. But Rick Perry, I don't even know if he knew he was there. He never spoke. It was only one issue, Kira, economics. And he wasn't prepared even to talk about that.
I don't know. I think Will Kane and Rick Perry are out for an all-nighter. He's just trying to totally hide the facts there. All right, guys, question number 2. Governor Christie comes out strong for Romney. They played down the potential VP talk, but they didn't rule it out. Here's what they said on the Today Show.
Governor Romney, would he be on your short list?
Well, of course he'd be on anyone's short list. He may take himself off the list and say, no way, he'd have no interest. But the truth is that Governor Christie is one of the leading figures in the Republican Party. And of course, anyone who becomes our nominee is going to look at people like Governor Christie and say, well, that'd be a terrific person to have on the ticket.
Okay, as you see them sitting there, could this be a winning ticket, Maria?
Well, you know, if you look at Christie, nobody believes his answers to basic questions, and Romney has 2 answers for every question, so it actually might be the ticket that Romney's looking for. But in all seriousness, these are 2 historically moderate, at least that's how they're seen, Republicans who, in the eyes of conservatives, are not going to be their favorites in terms of being the standard bearer. But I do think that Romney needs every help that he can get in terms of pushing back against the flip-flop issue, which is the one thing that is going to continue to dog him throughout the nomination.
Will?
Nobody believes Christie's answers, Maria. What planet are you on?
When he said no, when he kept saying no, that he's not running, no one believed him, Will.
Go ahead, Will.
If there's one thing that Christie carries, it's authenticity. He says things that are seemingly against his own electability. He takes on his own party. And in fact, that's why that ticket, Romney-Christie, could work, because some of Christie's authenticity may rub off on Romney. The one thing he needs to seem like he has a spine, a backbone, that he stands for something more than just getting your vote. That being said, I do think it may be too moderate of a ticket. I think Romney-Rubio is probably an inevitable ticket.
Pete?
Romney-Christie, I think that's going to appeal a lot to Republican voters who are big fans of Laurel and Hardy, David Spade, and Chris Farley. It's a great ticket. The truth is, anybody could possibly be President Obama, and Republicans hate President Obama. I mean, you could have a Romney-Conrad Murray ticket, and Republicans would still vote for Mitt Romney. So anything can happen. We'll see.
Third question, guys, and final question. John Huntsman's daughters tweeting about CNN's debate in Las Vegas that's coming up Tuesday night. They're actually flirting with Mitt Romney's son, Tag. Take a look at this. They tweet, "Want a tailgate for the next debate? Vegas Wild. We'll bring the Godfathers. You bring the Diet Coke." And then it was followed up by this one. "Mormon Tabernacle Choir can DJ." So you see Tag sitting behind his dad in a photo that we have. Here it is. I think we got, there it is, Tag right there. What do you think? How should he respond? Will.
Quickly, affirmatively. There's not too many truisms in life, but when three ladies invite you to Vegas for Vegas Wild, you respond affirmatively.
Maria?
I just think that's so adorable, flirting between potential first children. I don't know, I think he should say something like, "Let me introduce you to my friends. I need to prove to them that angels really exist." I don't know. I think it's adorable, and he should, I agree with Will, he should say yes.
Pete?
Well, first of all, the Romney and Huntsman families are some of the best-looking Americans ever to live. That's annoying me. But a Diet Coke, Godfather's Pizza, and the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, that sounds like a party. Do they know that they're in Vegas? I think that Tag should be the gentleman that he is and give a gentlemanly answer like, I don't know, "What are you wearing?"
Give them credit for their sarcasm,
Nice.
Pete. Give them credit for their sarcasm.
They get the credit.
Yeah.
They get the credit.
Maria, we'd be scared to party with Pete. All right, thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
There's going to be a lot of heavy petting and necking at that party.
Don't forget, next Tuesday
And
night.
trading, apparently.